Roasted. Tim Dillon's scathing roast of Meghan Markle's cooking show has turned it into a comedy goldmine, leaving audiences in stitches while exposing the stark contrast between her carefully curated image and reality. Meghan Markle's cooking show has turned into a veritable comedy goldmine, with comedian Tim Dillon delivering a 5-star roast that has left audiences in stitches. If you haven't tuned in yet, you're missing out on a scathing critique that feels more like a bakery of humor than a simple commentary. Dillon didn't just take Meghan to task. He unleashed a barrage of comedic brilliance on his podcast, leaving no sugary detail unturned. Dillon kicked off his roast with his signature brutal humor, labeling Meghan as a psychopath, a demon, and in a moment of comedic flair, a self-important cake. The comedy began with a classic bait-and-switch that could rival any gripping plot twist. He teased his listeners with promises of serious discussions about weighty topics like terrorism in New Orleans or Las Vegas, only to pull the rug out from under them by launching into a critique of Meghan's cooking show trailer. The laughter that erupted was immediate and deafening, akin to expecting breaking news only to be greeted by a goat cheese soufflé instead. Dillon didn't hold back on the personal anecdotes either. He shared a story from a party he attended in Los Angeles, where Meghan's reputation as a texting terrorist was on full display. Apparently, she was relentless in her quest for invitations, sending texts that fellow partygoers ended up sharing and laughing about. In that moment, Meghan Markle became the group chat meme of Hollywood's elite. Dillon painted her as someone desperately vying for a spot among the rich and famous, while everyone else simply wished she would stop flooding their phones with messages. The humor escalated as Dillon revisited the rumors about Meghan allegedly asking for private jets and beach houses after mingling with the A-list crowd. He slyly reinforced the narrative that she is, quite simply, annoying, something that everyone seems to know but rarely says out loud. It's mortifying to think of someone becoming the punchline at an A-list soiree, and Dillon made it clear that this was exactly how Meghan was perceived. The piece de resistance of Dillon's roast was his incisive commentary on Meghan's motives. According to him, she isn't fooling anyone with her image as a social justice warrior. He quipped, "We get it. She wants to hang out with rich, famous people and make them cupcakes. She doesn't care about social justice. None of it matters." This line struck a chord, echoing what many critics have pointed out. Meghan's carefully crafted persona doesn't align with her actions. To Dillon, it's all frosting and no cake, a superficial facade lacking any real substance. He didn't shy away from mocking her dramatic claims about being chased and attacked in the past, saying, "I'm glad she's bounced back from all the people trying to kill her," referring to her imagined threats. The snark was so dense that it could practically be sliced with one of her artisanal knives. Dillon's final verdict was clear: Meghan should throw in the towel. "The jig is up," he declared, adding that this cooking show would only serve to expose her pretenses to anyone who hadn't been paying attention. Given the backlash already brewing over the trailer, Dillon's assessment may hold some truth. He argued that the cooking show could have been successful if Meghan radiated warmth and sincerity. Instead, she comes off as, well, evil. He didn't mince words, saying that her aura exudes contempt and viciousness, making it nearly impossible to buy into the whole hostess with the mostest act. Dillon's roast transcends mere comedy. It's a cultural commentary on the state of Meghan's public persona. The backlash against her cooking show trailer isn't just a minor setback, it's a tidal wave. Dillon summed it up perfectly: she's been found out. Everyone knows who she is and what she wants. While her supporters, often dubbed the Sussex Squad, might attempt to frame this criticism as fringe hate, the reality is that Dillon's words resonate with mainstream audiences. As Meghan's Hollywood aspirations begin to look less like a fairy tale and more like stale toast, or perhaps even burnt cupcakes, the critique from Dillon serves as a reminder that public perception can shift dramatically. The cooking show, which was intended to showcase her culinary skills and charm, has instead become fodder for ridicule. In the end, Tim Dillon's roast encapsulates the growing skepticism surrounding Meghan Markle's carefully curated image. As she embarks on this new venture, the question remains: will she be able to reclaim her narrative, or will she continue to face a barrage of criticism from both comedians and the general public alike? Only time will tell if With Love Meghan can rise above the snark or if it will be relegated to the annals of forgotten Netflix flops.